guys, today for my next update in my chopping block series for 2020. If you're unfamiliar with this series, I will have my intro and my other updates linked in the cards for you guys. But basically, I am testing out certain products to see if I want to declutter them or keep them. This series has been so helpful for me over the years to really help me commit to decluttering some products. And at the beginning of the year, I chose a set group of products to test. But since then, I have decided to add a couple more things to my chopping block, and that was basically due to my series of hypothetically cutting my collection in half. I will have that playlist linked in the cards as well. After doing that video, there were a lot more things that I wanted to declutter, but I wasn't 100% sure on them, so I wanted to test them further. In these videos, I also let you know about any other random products I'm choosing to declutter, anything that I'm choosing to return, and any products I'm throwing away because they went bad. So I actually have a ton of things to declutter, which is great, but I am going to split this up into 2 videos so it's not too long. So the first video, I'm going to go over the specific chopping block products, the returns, the trash items, and the nail polishes. And then the second video, I'm going to show you all the random things that I'm decluttering. So let's just jump right in with my chopping block products. And out of everything I tested over these past 2 months, I'm only keeping one thing, and that would be the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in the shade I Will Always Love You, which is a beautiful shimmery peach color. I have similar things in my collection, but I tested this and I thought it looked really beautiful on the skin, so I definitely do want to keep this for now. As always with my keeps, I might end up decluttering them down the road. I usually will reevaluate at the end of the year, but this one is staying for now. So then for the chopping block products I'm getting rid of, that would be 18, which is a lot. So let's get into it. The first 2 would be some mini bronzers, and this first one is NARS Laguna. I really wanted this to work for me, but I just don't love this color. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, but because this color is deeper on my skin, I was using this to contour and it was just okay. So I'm gonna pass this on to a friend. Same with this Bare Minerals Endless Summer Bronzer in the shade Warmth. It's a really weird color. It like looks kind of like, you can't tell. I feel like in a swatch it's looking a little warmer, but it just kind of looks green for some reason. It's just an okay formula. The color is kind of funny, and I actually have a lot of bronzers in my collection right now that I do really love, so I felt this was another one of the easiest ones for me to let go of to help bring down my numbers, and I really didn't need those. Next, we've got 2 highlighters, and this first one, I can't believe I'm finally getting rid of it. It's been on my chopping block for a couple years. This is the Pixi Aspen Over Glowy Powder in London Luster. It's a beautiful, very icy champagne highlight. It has more of a silvery undertone as opposed to a golden undertone. It's very pretty, it's nice and pigmented, but my highlighter collection is very large and I have other things that I reached for over this one. I did hit pan on this in a project, which is very exciting, and hopefully my friends will not mind that because there's still a ton of product left, so I'm going to be getting rid of that one. As well as my only loose highlight, this is just a little deluxe sample of the Artist Couture Cocoa Bling Diamond Glow Powder. It's a really pretty color, but this is just not for me. It has a lot of glitter in it, which I don't like. It just didn't look very seamless on the skin. The color is pretty icy, which is okay for me because I'm very fair, but it's just too glittery for me. And I have other highlights that are nice and metallic and look very beautiful, and this is just too glittery, and of course it's messy. I was excited to try his formula and I'm really happy that I did. And this little mini will last someone for forever, but yeah, that is going. Then I have a bunch of blushes because I really wanted to look at my blush collection because it's huge and try to see what I could actually get rid of, and this is all for now. So I decided to get rid of my other pink blush. So in my last update, I got rid of a cheek duo that had a pink blush and a single pink blush. This is my last one. I had kept these pink blushes in my collection for a while for variety's sake, but then I realized I was really having to like make myself wear them. I'm okay with wearing a peachy blush every day in the spring, so I'm finally gonna let this go. This is the Balm In-Stain Blush in Argyle, which is a really pretty warm pink color. I really love the Balm blushes. They have a great formula. This shade is very pretty. I am just finally being okay that I don't really care for pink blush. Next, I have a couple of the Urban Decay Afterglow blushes that were discontinued. And I have the shade Rapture in my collection that my friend Jean gave to me. That is a stunning color for wintertime. So that one's staying for sure. But these two, I decided to let go of. This is one that I had purchased from TJ Maxx. It is the shade Fetish. It's just like a basic, it looks like a mauve pink here, but I don't know. For me, it's like not pink enough, not mauve enough. It's just okay. And I have other colors that I would reach for over this one in all seasons, but this is a blush I'd wear in the winter, and I have several other winter blushes. The formula is nice though. And then I have the shade Score, which is kind of like a NARS Orgasm vibe. It's a warm pink that has some glitter particles in it. This one with that glitter in it is a little bit more scratchy than I would like, but I just have similar things, and I wasn't in love with the way that this one looked on my skin, so this one is going to go as well. Next is a blush that I really wanted to keep, but it's just too pigmented for my skin. This is the IT Cosmetics CC Radiance Ombre Blush in Coral Flush. I do have one of the blushes in Je ne sais quoi, and I love it. Super beautiful, but way too intense for me, and I can apply it lightly, but I just have to be a little more careful than I want. These two blushes were in my Chopping Black of last year. I decided to keep them, and while I do like them, I don't reach for them all the time, and these are the other easier ones to actually let go of. The first is this Too Faced Sweetheart blush in Peach Beach. I wanted this forever, but I do have MAC Warm Soul, which gives like a similar effect on the skin, and that one's a little bit more peachy, which I prefer. This one, that pink strip in the middle, like really shows up for me. It's something I wanted forever. Again, I'm happy I tried it out, but it's not essential, and the packaging is just like annoying. Then I have a Laura Geller Baked Blush in Brighton in the shade Tropic Hues. This is a beautiful blush. I think I'm gonna give this one to my sister. I think she would get a lot of use out of this one. It's a really pretty shade. I just have like 60 blushes or something stupid. I have so many blushes. Oh, that's it right there. So pretty. And those are the two Urban Decay blushes. So pretty, but no. No, Heather, you don't need it. Next is a blush palette that I'm getting rid of. This is the Alamar Cosmetics Blush Trio in the Fair to Light version. I like the middle shade here, but these other shades are too like mac and cheese crayon orange for me. I just don't like that color in my skin tone. They're pigmented, they blend nicely, but I just don't love this color selection. So that was all for cheeks. Now for eyes, I have the JCat Beauty Prism Metal Chrome Eye Mousse in the shade Orange You Happy. This is the prettiest shade ever. I love this color. It's so metallic. It's very, very pretty. I'd swatch it, but it's gonna make a mess. It's, let's do it anyway. Like, it's just like gloopy, it's thick. The color is absolutely incredible. Love, love this shade so much. I wish I could get this color in like a different formula. And that's because this creases terribly on me, and I think it's because I have hooded eyes, but it creases so, so bad. If it was just a little bit of creasing, I could deal with it, but honestly, it looked terrible. And I tried it a couple of different times, and yes, I can probably use this as a base and put a powdered shadow on top, but I don't want to do that. I want to wear an eye primer underneath and put this on top and have it like work on its own, and it doesn't for me. So I will be sadly letting that go. It's so amazing. Next is something I've had for a while. This is a MAC Sample Pigment in True Chartreuse, which is a beautiful matte chartreuse color. And I know like pigments like last forever. It's super beautiful. I really love this, but I haven't used it in like a year, so I needed to let it go. Next are a couple palettes that I've had for a while, and I still have not used them, so I'm gonna pass these on to one of my friends just because they will be more deserving. They'll get better use out of it. The first one is a Milani Everyday Eyes palette in Must Have Metallic. So you've got, I think that's more of like a satin, cream, a matte black, and then these 4 shades are metallics, and those are right up my alley. I love those kind of colors, but I have them a million times over because they're my favorite type of colors. But the formula is really nice on that one too. And then the other palette is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte 2, which has some really beautiful shades, but I have a lot of other mattes that I think I would use more. So like I said, I just want to pass those on to one of my friends who I think would get some good use out of them. And then I have 3 lip products, and you guys are like, Heather, really? That's all? There are more lip products. They are gonna be in part 2 of this video. For my Chopping Block lip products, they're mostly fall and winter lip products, so you will see those in upcoming updates. But these 3 I am gonna be passing on. The first is this mini Urban Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Naked. It is a cream finish. There's what this shade looks like. It's a beautiful color. I actually really love it. It's a really nice creamy warm pink. I just don't like this formula that much for some reason. I don't know what it is about it. It's just kind of thick feeling on the lips. And then I have a Revolution lipstick in the shade Streak, which was their formula before they came out with the Vice lipsticks, and this is a cream finish too. I honestly think they're very similar formulas, the Revolution and the Vice, but I don't love either of them. Again, I like that Streak color, and I don't think they have it in the Vice range, which is a shame, but I like the color of this, but I just don't really like that formula. Then I have a Physicians Formula Butter lipstick, and this one is in the shade Soaking Up the Sun, which is a beautiful peachy nude. I love that color. It's so pretty. This has a really nice glossy finish, so it looks really beautiful on the lips, but this wears away in like 15 minutes flat, which is very annoying for me. If something can last 30 minutes to an hour at least, that'd be great. So that's actually all for the makeup that I'm getting rid of. I don't actually have anything I'm throwing away, which is exciting, but I do have a couple of returns now that stores have opened. I've been able to return things. The first would be the Milk Kush lip balms and Bubble and Nug. Both these had a little bit of shimmer in them. They didn't give that much color to lips. They weren't that hydrating, and I did not like the shimmer in them because I could feel it just a little bit, but enough to annoy me. Then I did purchase the ColourPop X's and O's palette from Ulta. When I got it in person, I realized I didn't like the shades as much as I thought I would, so I returned that unused. Then I had gotten the MAC Loud and Clear eyeshadow in Keep Still. On the Ulta website, that shade looked a lot more peachy. In person, it was more rose, and I actually really liked that color, but I have several other similar shades in my collection. I liked the MAC one the best, but because I had the other shades, I didn't feel I could justify it. Also because the MAC was in a pot, and I'm gonna reach for my single pan shadows more, so ultimately I did end up returning that also. And lastly was the Kat Von D cream eyeshadow in Crystal Rose. This looked amazing. I was so in love with it when I first got it. The swatches were incredible. On the eye, it looked like a basic metallic shadow. It wasn't as foiled and intense as it looked in a swatch. Like, it's a similar-ish formula to the J-Cat, but the J-Cat looked stunning on the eye. It just didn't wear well. The Kat Von D wore well, but it didn't look on the eye as impressive as it was in a swatch, so I returned that as well. So I did end up returning 5 products, which is not great, but I'm happy I was able to get my money back. Now we've got nail polishes, and there are 7 polishes I'm going to be decluttering. The first is from KL Polish. This is South Peach. I love KL polishes, but this color is just not for me. I didn't really like the way that this looked on my hands and on my skin tone. Then I am actually getting rid of these 3 smoothie polishes from 90 Lacquer, and that is because I do not like black shard glitter. These look so amazing on Jess, and Jess just has the most like gorgeous nails ever. I wanted them to look gorgeous on me, but they didn't. I felt like I was trying to have to place the glitter, which is not easy for me to do. I'm not a nail, I mean, I put polish on, but I'm not a fancy nail gal. So I just did not like the way that these looked on me because of the black shard glitter, which is why I'm getting rid of them. So we've got Kiwi Crush Dragon Fruit Freeze and Pomegranate Refresher. Next, I am getting rid of this Butter London polish in the shade Shambolic, which is a really pretty purpley color, a purple glitter that I think my friend Natasha will really like. And then I'm also getting rid of this limited edition L'Oreal polish in Acid Watermelon. I bought this a couple years ago based on the recommendation of Nicole from Young, Wild and Polish. It's a pretty color. I just don't like pink polishes on me. And the last one is a huge surprise to me, but I did film it if I had to cut my nail polish collection half video, and I had put this in the pass pile. And after testing it, I decided, yeah, I can pass it. And no, it's not gonna wear my nails today, although it really looks like it. I'm wearing Essie Wears My Chauffeur. This is Essie's in the Cabana. It's a great polish, a pretty shade, but I have similar things, so I actually am gonna let that go, surprisingly. So this is part 1 of my chopping block update, and the next video you guys are gonna see is my huge makeup declutter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love this series so much. Like I said, it's helped me really declutter some things from my collection, and I'm really happy that I have several people in my life to declutter products too. That also makes it so much easier to actually let things go when you know it's going to go to someone else and not in the trash. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I appreciate your patience with the lighting that is forever changing, and please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.